Oh, good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. We'll join myself, Fox, here on the show. It's Bridgeman. Afternoon, Bridge.
Good afternoon to you, Fox, here. And good afternoon to the techie boys in the background. And to one of the boys in the lobby. Good afternoon. And to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Massive, massive game today. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
I believe you've got the team.
I have indeed, pal. And the team is McGregor, Balogun, Goldson, Helander, Barisic, Davis, Jack and Aribo, Kent, Hadji and Morelos. Substitutes: McLaughlin, Simpson, Kamara, Wright, Stewart, Arfield, King, Defoe and Itten.
King. What about King's then?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, just for the record, Southside fails in naming the team once again, Bridgeman.
Oh dear. I don't have to. I'll hold my hand up and say I did as well.
Doesn't matter. Southside got one right.
Oh, Southside's a shocker, by the way. Absolute shocker.
No. I'm okay. No, a lot of surprises in there, really. Obviously, I put Jack in there for a bit of debate when we were having the chat. But I think Balogun was well tipped, so that's a back four. Quite an offensive team, mate.
Yeah, we've got a good midfield. Although, you know, so when you see the likes of Kamara sitting on the bench, you wonder, you know, but Aribo's played well. He's played very well. I just hope, because a lot of folk don't think Aribo is an actual midfielder. But
I think this will be a 4-2-3-1, mate.
Oh, right, okay. I love it.
So let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
So I take it you're going for a 1-0, Bridge?
Yeah, I'll stick with my 1-0. Of course, everybody knows that's only the basis for me. 10-0 will do me absolutely wonderfully well, let me tell you. Any score to 0 would be great. Any score to 0.
I think it's just about winning the game, mate.
That's in my mind, absolutely. Get us into a position we're not going to get beat. Just do it. Marvellous. And what was the I was asking Foxy, do you remember the guy that Morelos got a 2-game ban for elbowing against Dundee United up there?
Yeah, was that another captain?
What was his name? Do you remember?
No, I'm sure we'll check it out. I'll check it out, will you? While we're waiting for some callers coming in.
Right,
so you're going for 1. I'm going for about 3, mate, yeah?
Oh, you've done a 3. Excellent.
I'm going for 3, mate. I don't think we should have anybody, but take our good form for Thursday night, the positivity of scoring 4 goals away from home in Europe. And just turn on the style, get a nice wee 3-0 win, mate. Chop, big tick on the Bridges.
Box ticked, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely, pal. I'm so desperate in that sense, you know. Desperate for us to win. Tick the boxes off, and the lower it goes, just incredible.
Aye, we're right at the final. We're right at the final bit now, aren't we?
Just about, pal. And I'm sure that all the Rangers fans listening in will agree with it. We just want to win and get to the end of it. Get to the point where we can't lose the league. Let's put it that way. Get to that point, and we can be as happy as Larry. We're all happy as Larry now based on the performances. But we just want them to win.
Here. It's all about winning. Taking our chances, playing well. We'll get enough offensive players on that part to score goals, Bridge.
Oh yes, absolutely. And the form that Kent was in the other night, he was in great form. Morelos was great at feeding, you know, and like the wall. You remember the old wall pass you used to do when you were a young kid, you know. So you maybe know, you don't remember that day, the wall pass, do you? That was for the old guys that played in the alleyways.
The thing about that, how it's hard to defend against, because when you get the weight on the pass, there's a lot of things as a defender, as you know. You can spin if you get the ball right. If you can turn, you can play it, you can dummy it.
Yeah,
so the defender's got a lot. What does he do? Does he go close? Does he stick? Does he twist? Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. But
I think what's made that easier, French, is the tackle from behind going out the game.
Yeah, I think it's made the forwards' life a wee bit better, because a lot of players just didn't want to do it because it's yellows and reds, you know. But it was wonderful to see people pulling it off. And if you're a good centre half and you manage to get in between that and block it, that's marvellous, because it's going to be a goal. And when they can play the 1-2 properly.
The problem, Budge, if you step and you go for the runner and I turn, you're made to look rather stupid. But you're
yes, indeed. Yeah, you've got to watch what you're doing, and you know, if you as a centre half and me anyway, I love centre half. But when you're in there, you've got to read it, and that's where
that's right. You would have loved it, because that's where you put all the stupid boys. You know what
I mean? You're very cruel today. Very cruel. Just because Foxy gave you a hard time. My goodness gracious, man. The stupid boys.
He reckons he played 20. He reckons he played 20 centre half smoking a cigar. Fox did.
He played 20 games.
No, it was that good. He played centre half while smoking a cigar.
You don't need to ask him. You don't need to ask him who he was playing for at the time, you know, and who against. Smoking a cigar.
What a man, huh?
Oh, Thomas Ritter Bolton.
No, shush, Bridge.
Sorry. I just thought it was a message coming there.
Right, okay. I'm going for a 3. We're just waiting for some callers coming in. I'm going for 3, yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a lot of folk going for a 2+, you know. I think that's what will happen. I don't think this team have got the sort of the good players in their team to actually bother us a great deal, providing we play our game. That is, I mean that sincerely.
All right, Thomas Bolton has joined us now.
How are you doing? Not bad. How you doing, guys? All right?
How you doing, Thomas? Okay.
I'm not bad.
I did. What do you think?
Good team, but it's quite a strong team. It's quite a strong team. But we've always had that anyway. We've always had the kind of stronger team. But guys, I'm not going to ask something. Like, see, and there's no disrespect to Golston. I don't know how you feel, right, about our captain, McGregor. I just think he's a bigger influence in that. And I've got to say, I think Tab's out for the rest of the season. I know we've not heard everything yet, but we've not heard whether he's going to be or no, but I'm going to say he is.
It looks that way. So you're asking us how McGregor's no captain today?
No, but what I'll ask you, for you guys who can I know, just probably the same as me, I just feel he'd be a better influence on the team for the running as McGregor. It's the way he is and the way he... The passion. There's a passion with that guy.
By the way, I get your point. I think they've made the captain the vice captain at the start of the season. I don't think McGregor needs any armband, Bridgman.
And you know something? And that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking any disrespect to Golston, but I just feel he's got he's got that passion to push them on.
He's one of your leaders. And you come, Bridge.
Oh, he is.
I was just going to say there that a lot of folk think he would have been a good choice at the beginning of the season. But the manager stuck with Tavernier. And I think that Goldson is I think, designated vice captain. And I think that's quite right too. He's a big centre half. Centre halves are always great at reading the game, and they know what they're doing and tell people what to do. Most importantly, can tell people what to do. Marshall in defence, tell him what to do. And I think he's played he's had a fantastic season and a fantastic games for Rangers. Marvellous.
It's a good point, but Tam, but apart from that, what do you think of the team, and have we got enough to beat this team?
Of course it is. I actually think we beat them quite well.
What are you going for? Give us a prediction.
I'm going for 3-0.
Oh, same as me, mate. Same as me.
Right, and I can go with that guy just says, right. We've always like Butcher, we've always Greg, we've had Richard Goff, we've had our central defenders that way. You know what I mean? We've always had, and that's captains, and I can understand how that is. I just think this season that guy's been absolutely fantastic for us, the goalkeeper. He's been
Tony, just to let you know,
phenomenal.
it's Bridgeman here you're speaking to. It's Bridgeman you're speaking to.
Bridge,
not that guy.
Bridge. Sorry. Bridge, sorry.
Thomas,
Bridge,
I'll let you in a wee secret, mate. See all this mentioned. They only gave them a captain's armband to rub their belly and kid them on. That was all they done. They're no very bright, they centre halves.
What a shocker.
They've done brilliant. They've done absolutely.
Anyway, we'll be joined by Andy. Afternoon, Andy.
Good afternoon, guys. Everybody okay, I take it?
Afternoon, Andy.
All right, Andy.
Good afternoon, Bridge. Afternoon, boy.
You were a midfield maestro, weren't you?
I was very good. I got to a good level. Before the drink kicked in there, you know.
Before the drink kicked in. I love it.
The Janet primary school gave him a good off.
No, I did. Listen, I did all right. I got to, level, Yorkshire level, right, at one bit, like, you know. So I broke my leg in 3 places, so that paid it. Midfield.
I see what I mean. Very intelligent
guys.
Were
you on the left or the right, Andy?
Oh, central.
All right, it's a tough place to be. Not very many people can master that.
I used to like the old battle in there, right enough. But I broke my leg in 3 places, like, ended up getting osteomyelitis, so that kind of put pay to it, like, you know.
What do you think of the team, Andy?
I'm quite solid with that, to be honest with you. I kind of thought that I would have just the only one I would have different one I would have had it and then for Hadji, but I can go with that. I'm feeling quite confident today, right enough. I think, after the way they played there on Thursday night, right, I think we're going to. If we come out with the right attitude, I risk of repeat myself all the time, there won't be a problem. But yeah, that's a good team. I think we're solid enough to go and have a go there and get this out of the road today, and then we're looking at 3 games, aren't we? So yeah, we'll be okay. I think I don't want a tight 1-0. I'd like to get a couple of goals, and then you sort of relaxing at the back end there, right enough, But, they're good enough. I mean, there's a lot of hatred between us and them, right enough. So that should be enough to stir us up in itself, right enough. And what's in front of them, as we said before. It's not like we're chasing now or we're neck and neck now. We know what we've got to do. Yes, I did. Well, I think we'll win 3-0, but I took a 5-0 and a 5-1 and a 5-2 is a crazy ones, like,
You were close on Thursday.
I was very close. The funny thing there on Thursday, I was going to do a 4-3 as well, like, but... I thought, no, we'll not concede 3, like, but we did. But at least we got the 4, so that makes up for it.
And I sort of seen as a 4-2-3-1.
What, today?
Aye.
We had you playing slightly off the buff. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think we'll be okay. As I say, we know what they're like, but we're good now. We know what it's there. It's in front of us now. You can feel it. And surely anyone that comes into that club, they know the riches at the end of it. So it comes on to the team today, like, and we're all one here now. It's all part of the squad, and getting the goal that we want, and So I'm feeling good now. Just let's get it done for all the bears around the world. Let's just get it done.
Yeah, Bridgeman, people join us all the time. So can you please give us a team?
Take myself off a mute. The team is McGregor, Balogun, Goldson, Helander and Barisic. Davis, Jack, Aribo. Kent, Hadji and Morelos. Substitutes: McLaughlin, Simpson, Kamara, Wright, Stewart, Arfield, King, Defoe and Itten.
Strong bench. Can you use a substitute in that, Bridge?
I can that. Substitutes: McLaughlin, Simpson, Kamara, Wright, Stewart, Arfield, King, Defoe and Itten.
Okay, interesting if we see the boy Simpson or the boy Wright any time today. Thomas?
So I think Wright will come on. As you thought, maybe they'd play time to start. I just thought it was right with been in there, but he's like a good wee player. And I think we'll bring him in. To bring him in, I think we'll bring it in, but we'll go to wait and see his score first before they bring you two.
100% agree with you, Thomas. 100% agree with you. They'll need to wait and see what the score is.
Yeah.
And of course injuries, And of course injuries, just in case we have another injury or something, you know. But
we're all worried about just the 3 points. I know we're doing score predictions, but we'll just say we just want 3 points. Does that take away the next?
You're right, mate. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
A big tick in the box and a big tick in Bridgeman's big American fridge, Andy.
Big American fridge.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to need one of their fridges for all the bloody drink I've been going through. I'm clean today.
I'm no one for telling stories, as you know, Andy. But see Bridges' fridge, it's bigger than his first house.
Love it. Brilliant. I think with the boy... I think with the boy, right, you know, I think he's doing it the right way there. I think he's gradually introducing him, so he's getting well integrated with the players and the system and all that, so he'll be ready for the half come next season. I think he's doing the right thing with the boy. And I think if you looked at the wee cameo I had there last week, there was a wee move there where he toured him, that took him out, that he good ball control, chipped it all his head, and he was about to go away, and they took him out. So he's got something, this boy. I said to our Shug there the other day, I think I'm going to like him, and he can't make judgments early doors, but I think he's got something that he can introduce to Rangers Football Club. I really do. And I think the way he's doing it with him, I think it'll be good.
Watch what I'm doing here. I hope you're right. Anyway, we've been joined by Alex. What's your Alex? Afternoon, mate. Morning.
Good afternoon, Ox here. Bridgeman. Everybody else is there.
Good afternoon, Alex.
Thoughts on the
Good
team?
Stuff. Sorry?
Thoughts on the team?
Well, I think it's a good selection of the team. I'm quite excited about it. Quite excited. Can see another victory here. I think about 2-0 Ox here.
All right, okay. I'll take that. I mean, it's all about winning football matches now, isn't it?
That's what it's about now. Just tick the boxes. As long as we get a victory, this is the main thing. That's what it's all about. But it looks quite a good team. Wee Hadji, I think, could be the match winner of the day. I've got a funny feeling for him.
He's played well at Ibrox through the piece, hasn't he? He's done better at Ibrox than he has maybe in away games, if I'm being fair. I don't want to
quite rate him.
Boy.
I quite rate him, Ox, here, because outside the box and that, he's liable to take a shot in that. I quite like the laddie. He's only a young boy in that, so he's just learning the game and all.
You think he's improving, mate? Do you see him improving?
Oh, definitely. I think he'll be a wonderful footballer.
That's what it's all about. It's all about improvement, isn't it?
Aye, definitely. I think he'll be good. The guy you were talking about earlier there was a tackle on Morelos with Dundee United. Was at the cap. Was that that Connolly?
Connolly, that's who it was. Yes, that's him. Yeah.
He was on the bench, wasn't he, the day for them?
Aye, he was into Morelos that time. But they'll come in, you know yourself. They're going to be a big physical team and all. But we've got the ability there to win this game, and that's what it is. It's just the result. The main thing is to get the victory. Just tick these boxes in there.
See if Kent puts on the performance he did on Thursday night for the first half of the day. We'll be 3-0 up at half time, mate.
Remarkable, wasn't he? He was remarkable when he came on. Fantastic footballer. If you get him in the right, would you call it frame of mind? Absolutely. Destroyed defences. And as I say, I can just see victory in that today in that. I'm not really bothered with the score now. As long as we get early and get 3 points.
Oh, you're right. Thomas Kent hopefully carries on his good form.
He was absolutely breathtaking. He really, I've got to say, that's a kind of form I'd like to see him in. Especially, that's the European games and just take it onto this game and all. But he's I can't fault that man. Even leaving him out for that wee while, obviously we had to bring him on because of that injury, but bringing him on was spot on. He just came on at the right time, and it was fantastic. I couldn't fault him. Couldn't even moan. Anyway, guys, can I ask you something? I sent you an email, right?
Right.
About maybe a couple of weeks ago, which I did one here. It's quite a big issue here. I sent you an email, but you haven't answered to it.
Right.
You need to read it.
I don't get Rangers Radio emails. We'll go.
Well, I sent you an email, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, who did you send it to? Who did you send it to, Alex?
I sent it to yours.
Yeah, but Rangers Radio, what?
Aye, you might not be able to answer it now because there's that many, blah, blah, blah. And I want you to read it. Then I can talk about it.
You're wasting your time. Me and Bridge can't read. That's how we did it.
Hey, Bridge, you're going to love it or not? You're going to be like that. You won't believe it. But I will tell you once, and I will come on and I'll talk about it.
All right, Thomas, I'll tell you, I'll make sure that if it's about, I'll get a copy.
Today with Rangers. And it's today with Rangers. It's no end today with me, or it's today with Rangers.
Okay, mate. All right, mate. I'll make sure that somebody reads it and I'll get a copy and we'll get back to you, mate, yeah?
I'll phone you up and then you can ask me and you'll be like...
Well, you can come on the panel and talk to us. Once we get it, someone needs to get it. And I haven't seen anything from you. And I don't think Oxtair's seen any. So it would only be possibly
I don't
Terry.
get emails for Rangers.
Right, I'm just going to tell you, you'll be surprised.
Okay, well, read
it. But you'll probably, and I'll come on your show and I'll talk about it. Because I've been asked to go on shows about
listen, mate,
this,
you need to
and they won't let me.
You need to pay.
No, you don't need to pay me. You don't need to pay me to come on the show. Hey, you'll be very... I'm not kidding. You'll be excited. Surprised.
Thomas, let's park that. This is a pre-match show. We'll look at your email and if we can find it. I've just been told there's nothing in the Rangers Radio Gmail account, mate. Yeah?
All right then. I've sent it.
Rangers
I will send that again.
Okay.
Remember what Oxtair said there now, Thomas. It's rangersradio@gmail.com. That's the email.
Gmail.com.
Rangers Radio. Huh?
I sent it. I even sent you a clip out the Daily Record.
I don't want to be rude again. We're going to just carry on. This is a pre-match show. We're going to check it. It's no
carry on football.
Yeah, talk about the football. Andy, the team will be very offensive.
Yes, yeah. I think it looks to me like he's just going to go and try and blow all the teams away here on in. You know, how he's setting his teams up. On the Kent one, like they put out the wee injury and all that, I think that was just privately Gerrard saying to Kent, right, come on. You know, he's been taking him off, in a lot of games and all that. And then, I don't think he'd have come on at that time with the injury interfered. So I think that might have done him good. Might have just opened him up to say, right, come on, I can play better than what I've been playing. Oof, I'm out in a big game like that, right? So he's come in and he's really proved himself. So now we need him to go out there today, do that kind of stuff. And if he's at any kind of form that he played last Thursday there, and he's running about and playing like he is today, well, I think we could have a good day up top there, So I think it's man. I don't think he was carrying an injury. I think that was just one of the football spills that he put out there. Well, a wee injury, like I think it was just a wee kick up that he'd been warning him, for the last 4 or 5 games. He had taken him off. So I think in that sense, that's good man management. If he's done that, by he said, right, I know I've got somebody that can play football here, but he's no game yet. Right, I'm going to give him a wee wake up call, and that's what being a good manager is as well, isn't it? For the club, for the team. So hopefully that's my way of thinking what he's done with Kent. If he comes out and plays like that, well, I'll hold my hands up. And as you know, I've been a bit indifferent with him like over the last few games.
All right. We've been joined by our Robert. Afternoon, Robert.
Afternoon, Oxbridge, and all my fellow Bears. Hope you're all keeping well, safe.
All right, Robert.
Good afternoon, Robert.
Listen, Robert, there's only me and you on the panel. It's so young enough not to have the jag yet.
Definitely. I'll have a long time before I get mine. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, Ox, look forward to
team, mate.
Do you know what? Yeah, great team. Actually, there's only one I get wrong with my prediction last night, and that was I picked Glenn Kamara, but my son said no, he'll not play Davis, Jack and Kamara. We don't need the three of them against Dundee United. He's quite right. So that was the only one I get wrong. I had Kamara in for Joe Aribo. I was going to give him a wee rest today. So yeah, delighted with the team. Absolutely buzzing. Looking forward to it. And really especially look forward to seeing the Alfie, because I thought Thursday night was the best game Alfie had in a Rangers shirt, and I would have gave him marks 10 out of 10 for Thursday night, but I'm giving him a 9.5. Only the reason he didn't get on the score sheet. If he got on the score sheet, I'd have given him a 10 on Thursday. That's how good I thought the Alfie was. I thought he was outstanding.
If he'd have put that chance in, Robert, in the first half when he opened his body and he hit the goalie, if he'd have curled that run, that would have been an absolutely flawless performance.
Oh, definitely. See just the way he held up the ball and just his whole performance. That's the Alfie we want to see. Obviously you don't like all the anger at him, but that's the Alfie we want to see. He doesn't need to get involved in these stupid elbows and stuff like that. Just play like that, Alfie, and you know what? You can go at any heights you want in football, pal, because you're just, on his day, he's unplayable. Absolutely fantastic. Well, purely again, Thursday night, I thought Stephen Davis, the wee general, was outstanding. So here's something that's been nagging in the back of my mind for a while. Do you think Stephen Davis is better second time around at Rangers than what he was first time?
Oh.
The question, isn't it?
Oh, Robert, that's... As a football player, he might be better the second time around, but as a player, he might have been more effective the first time around, and by his all energy, because the energy he gave us. But he's definitely, as people say, his vintage has went up because his brain's just so quick. I'll go for the second time around. There you go, Robert. I mean, that's the biggest compliment I can pay the guy. Alex?
Robert, I'm going to say that the same. I'll say the same to that one.
Alex, I know that you're a fan.
Yeah, totally agree with you there. He's reading of the game. He was always a right good footballer, but he's maybe slowed down a wee bit in legs, although he's never really proved it. It looks as if he's just eager and it's just the same fitness. But the first time running that, he played with other guys as well. That was a right good football team and all. But certainly this time round, he's reading of the game and that, and he just strolls through that middle of the park. Strolls through it. Runs it just like a Rolls Royce, what we're saying. And I agree with Robert there, would you call it Morelos? I says in the post game on Thursday night, I picked Morelos out as the man of the match. That's one of the best teams I've seen Morelos playing.
Andy?
My man of the match as well, pal. He's my man of the match.
Any thoughts on that, Andy?
Yeah, I think he's far better. I mean, he's obviously slower right enough, but what you've got is his technical awareness is absolutely off the Richter scale now, and going down in the Premier League and holding himself. And the number of times that I did see him in England, as I said, I don't watch a lot of English football, but he stood out in England in an average club in Southampton. So yes, the technical knowledge. I mean, see, even when he's in trouble, right, he makes sure the ball goes into space so we can't be damaged. He didn't quite have that the first time round. He was more, lead up and go for it. And he could chip in with an odd goal, couldn't he, back in the day? But
he played in a different position. He played in the right, the midfield a lot. But his game's changed, Andy, and to do that is a big compliment to him, mate.
I think he's absolutely massive. You look at that, I played up to about his age. I wish I could have been running about like he is. I mean, and holding the game and moving the ball around. He's just fantastic. For me, he's just the absolute jewel in this crown at the moment. He never gives you a bad game. He's steady away. Okay, he might get caught every now and again, but we all get that, even in your palm. But for me, I think he's just there and show. He was man of the match by a country mile for me on Thursday night there.
You know my thoughts on him, Robert. I think he's an absolute class act as a man and a football player, and he deserves every bit of success he gets. And I hope that somebody in authority does get a testimonial when he gets the record number of British caps. Mm-hmm. And do his record with us, and it's Ibrox, and it's against Northern Ireland. That's my hope for the lad. And then, knowing Stephen, the money will go to a charity of his choice. Robert, and then we'll be joined by Blue Star. Robert?
Definitely, mate. And all the guys have just answered my question because I think he's definitely better second time around. And, I just love watching. See, when you watch a quality football player, the way he reads the game, the way he slows it down, he speeds it up, just to watch him is an absolute dream. I call him the wee general. I call him the wee pillow. And I just love watching this guy. He just oozes a class. And people might say he might even be playing they might have been playing with better players the last time round, and that just is a big compliment for them this time. He's playing with a good team, but like people would say the last time he might have been possibly playing with better players, and that's just the mark him. I think he's wonderful. What a player.
Yeah. We'll be joined by Blue Star. Good afternoon, Blue Star.
Afternoon, Oxger and Bridgeman and the rest of the panel.
Hi, Blue Star.
Good afternoon.
Ox, I was a wee bit kind of iffy last night when I says to you, and I'm talking about what our team would be. See, looking at our side, in all honesty, that's all out attack. I'm looking at. I think we should be taking at least 3. Honestly, a day playing at Ibrox.
4-2-3-1. Do you see it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to it now after seeing what side he's putting out. If we play anything like what we can. I don't see any. Honestly, that could be anything we want, providing we play the way we can.
Thomas, we've just to let you know, and just to put it, if you come back to this, but there's been one email, and it's about somebody with a disability, and the guys are on that now as you talk. I don't know if your email was about that. That's the only email we've got in our inbox. All right?
Right, okay. Right.
All right.
Right. I'll need to get back to you. Right, and I will. Right.
If you hang on after the show, we can talk to you, yeah? Okay.
Right.
I'm with you, Blue Star. I think it's a very offensive lineup. I see Hadji on the right, Kent on the left, and Aribo playing the number 10 role. Yeah?
Yeah.
Unless he's going to do something radical with the 3 centre halves.
No, I don't think so. I just think it's basically looking like all out attack. I genuinely, if we play anything to our capabilities, honestly, this could be quite a score. It really could. Here's hoping anyway.
I don't mean to be flippant, but I'm hoping for 3, but I would take a Bridgeman just to tick the game off.
3 points. It's all about the 3 points. That's it. It's just getting the job done. Leaving us with 3 games to go. That's it in a nutshell.
Alex, if we get set pieces with Aribo and Barisic will take a lot of them. You'll have Aribo, you'll have Balogun, you'll have Alander, you'll have Goldstein and a threat for the buff. We've become a physical team that we've not always been.
It looks that way, doesn't it? Well, there are plenty of options now. I like Aribo in there at number 10. I must admit, just in about 18-year line at the box here, where he can do the magic with his feet and all that. I hope we've got the right mindset here to get in here and get the games. Just go and win the games now. These 3 games to go, or 4 games, what it is. The mindset's got to be the right thing to be now, and go in here and get the games done and win as quick as possible. Get this league won as quick as possible now.
Well, we can only win it when we can win it, but obviously every game's important and we chop off the games, Andy, one at a time.
One at a time, definitely. As I said, I think we've set out. I think he's going to set his teams out to go and get this, positively get the results. But we don't want to go too far ahead. We'll get this game out of the road there again. I'm pretty sure. But I mean, it would have to be a major disaster now for Rangers to blow this. Like I say, I'm a bit cautious from where we've been. So I can't see that happening at all. I think we'll go from strength to strength. I'm hoping what's happened there on Thursday night, the way that they kept going back at him, and when they got the wee blips that hit him, the 3 times, they showed great character to come back, and then not even to get themselves back into the game, go on and get the winner. It's that's what we've got with this team now, and I think that's going to take us forward. And I think you've got to be on an eye, and I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're going to be all right. He set that team out to go and destroy them today. That's the way I'm looking at it. And it would be nice if the gave that kind of score that we'd all hope for. You know, a nice 3 or 4 would be. It would set down a marker.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we're at that stage of the season. I think it's just about chopping games off. There's no markers. All the markers are done. Robert?
Definitely. Anyone at all, as Brisman says, a 1-0 would do us. Ideally, I would love to see us put this game to bed, say by the 60th minute, Oaks. I would love it to happen 2 or 3-0 up. And then, thinking ahead, I wouldn't mind seeing the boy Simpson get a run out. Am I right in saying, Oaks, can he fill in at left back if needed? Am I right in saying that boy can play at left back?
He's left-sided centre-half, so I imagine he can play at left back, mate, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And see what I'm thinking, Oaks. I'm thinking ahead after the injury to Cav, and obviously the COVID-5, the boys letting us down. I'm thinking ahead. If we could get the game out of bed, give Bournemouth a wee rest, take him off after 60 and tie the boy there in case he's needed, in case touch wood nothing happens to Bournemouth. But I'm just thinking ahead, if Bournemouth had to pick up a wee knock or something, we would maybe be struggling, do you know what I mean, at that left back. I would like to see that boy get a wee run out.
Just a wee thing I'll take this from the pan. The boy Leon King's been brought in, 17-year-old. Obviously, a lot of clubs were after him. He chose to stay with his first love, and he signed a contract with the Rangers. If the game's gone right, I think Gerrard's the type of manager that would put him on to send a message out to the boys that have been stupid. Robert, then Poster.
Do you know that and see if that is the case, that's some bit of management, and it just to show them what we use have lost it. Let's have wee boy Patterson thinking just now, honestly. But that would be ideal. That would be the ideal substitute to put wee boy out, and that would certainly send a message out to the 5 boys for the stupidity that they've done. Do you know what I mean?
A 17-year-old gets his chance, you know. Right. They think they're further up the pecking order, life moves on. Poster.
Ox, I think you're right there. I think what Robert's saying, I think the way that he's setting us up, it'll be all out attack, and I think that's what he's maybe got in the back of his head for Thursday, to get 2 or 3 goals up as soon as, so that he can give a few of them a rest. The likes of King, Wright and Simpson, I think he could bring them on if we're 2 or 3 up, and I think, on all honesty, I think that's genuinely what he's trying for. I think that's how he's set us up. Go out and kill the game up as quick as they can.
Alec?
Yeah, totally agree. The big expectations for the young boy King. So he's come through the academy, so I think that is what Robert says there. I'll look at with the young Patterson, he'll be sitting there regretting what's happened. If young King comes through and makes his debut, he'll realise what they're missing. And I'm the same. Simpson could come on as well and give Barrett's a wee bit, would you call it, a raise. But we've got to win the game first and foremost. Let's see how we go with the game first.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be 2 of the last 3 left backs then, Robert. Could have been Wallace Simpson. I don't know if that's a good royal name to have.
Wallace Simpson, my God. My God. You're digging a bit there, boy.
There's a history. You see what I done there, Robert?
Shocker.
Oh dear, right. So we're all very confident. Nobody get any nerves apart for the bridge.
Yeah, obviously we're just desperate to win the game. It doesn't really matter. To me, it doesn't really matter what the score is. 1-0 all day, mate. Just get me the 3 points. That's all I want. But what I would love to have is, just as the boys have said, I feel the exact same. Get there, play your game, get yourself 2 or 3 goals up, and allow the manager to have the luxury of bringing people on or taking them off to rest them, whatever way. It'd be great, just great. 5 or 6-0. Oh, I'm in heaven.
Oh yes. I mean, there's no reason if we click, Thomas. If we click,
I'm going to say, see what all the boys were talking about, and just everybody at the panel, even the boys, were talking about. Look how up we are now with Gerrard being our manager. What a manager he is. What things that guy's done for our club is, and that's under 3 years.
You're right, mate.
And
you're spot on.
Absolutely brilliant.
He's not getting the credit yet, but he will when he gets that sort.
It's so inspirational. Just listen to he use and to listen to the boys that's there, absolutely brilliant. And it's refreshing. Thank God we're back. That's what I can say.
Andy, if we get it right today, there's no reason why we can't blow this team away.
No, not at all. I mean, I'm kind of calm right enough, which is unusual for me. I think we're going to do these. I think that setup there, as I said to you, it's just ready to go for me. By the way, I wasn't meaning a marker going forward. I was meaning putting a marker down there to let you know that anybody that thinks you're going to start fooling around in the next 3 or 4 games, you can forget that, because we're coming at you. We need these 4 games, and we're going to take you out.
We're not coming off the gas, you mean?
That's what I was getting at. Like, you know, I mean, we've got to do like this team set up here. I've just got, I don't know, I've got a funny feeling we're going to do these big here today, and I don't usually do that, as you know, but. I know I have the crazy the bets, like, I know, but they're crazy bets, aren't they? They're not serious. Like, if they come in, it's a few pound in the pocket, like, you know. Puts the vodka back in the fridge, like, you know what I mean? That's what I do. I love it. But
I'll give my phone number after the game.
We were talking to Grey Goose to see if he wanted to sponsor the show, but they said they couldn't afford enough vodka for us.
I tell you, when I watched that game back there on Thursday night, I'm like, kid you not, guys, honestly, that wasn't the game I watched when it was live. I'll just have a couple of bottles of Coors while I'm watching the game.
It's a different game when you watch it when you're no nervous. It's a different game.
It wasn't the nerves. It wasn't the nerves. It was the bottles of vodka. That's what the problem was.
Well, gentlemen, we've reached that time in the afternoon. Go and get yourself all set up. But the last word to the bridge, man.
Oh, what can I say? What a great show, Oxley, Mar. Well done to you and Fox and Old School. Marvellous, really enjoyable. And well done to everybody took part. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, this today, to me anyway, for me, this is a must-win. We have to win. Go out, do it, mollocate them, Rangers. Keep it going, everybody. Keep it going for the Rangers. Keep it going.
We are.
Cheers, gentlemen. Enjoy the ball game. Thomas, can you just hold on for a minute? And we'll be back.
I will.
15 minutes after the final whistle. Take it away, Old School boy.
We are the Rangers FC. We are the people, you better believe. We are together, we're doing the fancy all over the world. We had our troubles, but now they are gone. They tried to kill us, but the Bears we stood strong. We are together, doing the fancy all over the world. We'll see you by Bronx for lunch at a 3. Follow, and God save the Queen. You'll hear us singing, doing the fancy all over the world. In Barcelona in 72, we beat the Russians by 3-2. Still celebrating, doing the fancy all over the world. Glasgow Rangers are back where we belong. Blue sea of Ibrox, and we're still going strong. We wear our colours, the red, white and blue. We wear them proudly like blue noses do. We are together, doing the fancy all over the world. The pride of Scotland, but that's nothing new. The pride of Glasgow, and Glasgow is blue. We are together, doing the fancy all over the world. To be a blue nose, it fills us with pride. We are united, we'll never divide. We are together, doing the fancy all over the world. Doing the fancy all over the world. Doing the fancy all over the world.